Hello everyone, and welcome to this crash course. In this crash course, we are going to learn how to design the Root Academy logo using Python. We are using a library called Turtle that enables us to draw this logo here. So you don't need any prior knowledge to follow this course. Even if you are a beginner, you can follow along. Alright then, first thing first, we have first of all to download Python. To do that, we're going to our browser and then type Google. We're going to google.com and then we're going to type download Python. So you can click on the first link, and this is the website for Python, and this is the last version that you can download from the website. But I already have it, so you can just click on it, download the application, and then install it. You'll be able to get the ideal of Python. This is where we'll be writing our codes. Alright then. Once you have installed your Python application, you can go and look for it. Type Python, and then this is the application. Click on it. Now we have the Python shell here, but we are not going to write our code here in the shell. Why? Because when you are writing your codes in a shell, you cannot use it again. You are just using it once. So once you close your application, you cannot use the code again. All right, we are going to create our new file. That's a script where we can write our code and then store it so that we can use it again. Go to File and then New File. All right, so this is our script. So as I told you, we are going to use a library called Turtle. So as in Python, we need first of all to import the library before using it. So to import a library, I'm going to write import Turtle. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do after importing the turtle, we are going to create our screen where we can see the logo. So I'm going to create a variable called screen, which will be turtle.screen. And then close. All right, then we are going to set up a background for our screen. We're going to say screen dot background color. Then the color will be 05 19 2 and then D. Then we are going to set up the size of the screen by writing screen dot setup. The width will be 550, and then the height will be 370. Then we are going to set up a title, writing again screen dot title, and then say drawing lines practice, then close. So if we write something like this, that's a string. That's why we are putting into quotation. So that means it is a string, as this one, the title, and also the background color. All right then, let's run it and then see what we've got. First of all, we have to save it. Control S to save. I'm going to save it on the desktop. Yeah, just on the desktop, and then say my turtle. Then enter to save it. All right, then you have to click F4 to run the code. or you go to run and then run module. Yes, so this is our screen that we have set up. You can see drawing lines practice. This is the title that we gave it, and then this is the size of the screen that we set up. All right, and then the background, this is the background color that we set up here. All right, then let's move to the next one. We're going to put it aside. All right, now we are going to set up the turtle. So the turtle or the pen that will be drawing. So to do that, we have first of all to define our variable, turtle, then equal. I just said my turtle and then equal. This is just a variable. You can name it as you want. And then say turtle dot turtle. But this time turtle with capital letter here for the second one. This is the library. And this is the method. All right, then now we are going to set up the pen size. Let's say my turtle dot pen size. I'm going to set it to 7, then close. Then I'm going to say again my turtle, and this time I'm setting up the shape, and then say shape. The shape it will be a turtle. Or what we can do, first of all, let's just run it without setting up the shape of the turtle. And then let's save it first, Ctrl S, and then F4 to run it. You see, here this is my turtle. Here in the middle, it is black. Then we are going to set up the shape of the turtle. Let's say my turtle dot shape, and then this will be a turtle. All right, then I can save and run it again. You see, now the shape has changed. All right, let's move on. All right, now we have our turtle. We have set it up. Now it's time to start drawing. All right, let's start drawing our logo. First, we're going to put our pen on a starting point. I'm going to say my turtle dot pen up. Pen up, that means we are lifting our turtle or our pen, and then we're going to move it on the starting point. And then say my turtle dot backward. Backward, I'm going to say backward 100. So that means my pen will be lifted and then move, let's say we can say 100 feet or 100 centimeters. You see, so we are lifting it and then we are moving it without drawing anything. Then we have now to put it down. I'm going to say my turtle dot pen down, and then our pen will be put down. All right, now we have our starting point. Now it's time to draw. So the first thing that I'm going to draw here is the vertical line. Let me show you. The vertical line is actually this line. This is what I'm calling the vertical line. See the line in white. This is what we are going to draw first. So I'm going to put a comment here. I'm going to say the vertical line or the main line. It is in white. Then to draw, first of all, I'm going to choose a color. I'm going to say my turtle dot pen color. Then the color will be hashtag FFF. So 6 Fs and then close. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to set up the angle so that, because what I want to do here is I want to start going straight, then down. You see, I want to go straight. If I just say, for example, let's say my arrow dot forward. Forward, that means you have to go forward, like straight. And then I say 100. Let's see what the results will be. Run it. You see? So this is 100. 100. It's going forward. But what we want is we want it to go up. We don't want it to go right, but we want it to go up. All right, so to do that, we have to define the angle. Okay, we have to define the angle, and then we're going to say my arrow dot left, and then I'm going to say 90 degree. You see, when you say my turtle left, the number that you are putting inside is an angle, like 90 degree. So it's going to say that, first of all, you take a 90 degree angle, then you go forward. You see? All right, let's see it. F5. You see? 90 degree, then forward. All right, let's continue. Now we have drawn our first line. Now we have to continue up to the end. All right. Let me just move it here, a little bit here, so that you can see the logo and also the codes. All right, so now we have to change the angle to draw the second line. The first one was left 90 degree, so you go left 90 degree. So this time, as you can see the line, we have to go right a certain degree or angle. All right then, so I'm going to write my arrow dot right. So I've already calculated the angle. So the angle here will be 150. Then close. All right, so now we have to tell him to go forward. Like you take your angle, then go forward. To do that, I'm going to say again my arrow dot forward. And then this time, so as I told you, I've already calculated the distance. So here the distance is 115. Then close it. All right, save it and then run it. All right, you see? So now we are drawing our logo, right? All right, so let's move to the next one. We have drawn this line here in the middle. Now we have to go up again, and then with a certain angle. All right, so to do that, I have to choose, first of all, the angle. To determine the angle, I will say my arrow dot, this time, again, left. You see, we have to go to the left, and the angle here is 130. This is the angle I've calculated. Now to calculate the distance, I'll say my arrow dot forward, and then 110. So this is the distance. Okay, let's save and see. All right, see, that's cool, right? Yeah, so now we are almost done with the main line. All right, so let's continue. We have again to determine the angle so that we can turn and then draw again forward. material dot, this time, as you can guess, is right. Then the angle here is 140, and then close. Then I have to tell it to go forward. Turtle dot forward. And then the distance here is 110. Then close it, save it, and then run it. Yes, voila. You see? Simple as it is. Alright, so yes, we have drawn our main line. Now let's move to the next. Alright, so now to draw this area in green, we have first of all to move our cursor or our turtle so that it doesn't start where it ends. It can start here. So we have to give it some coordinates. So to do that, first of all, we're going to lift up our pen and then put it where we want it to start. In this case, we want it to start somewhere here. All right, so to do that, I hope you remember what is the method to lift up our pen. We have first of all to write zero dot pen up. Remember, right? Then zero dot. Now we have to tell him where to go. So we're going to say go to. The coordinates are minus 100, 100. Okay, this is where we want it to go. Then we have to put it down. We're going to say my zero dot pen down, like that. All right, then now our pen is ready to go. First of all, we have to change the color of our cursor. So right now it's white. Now we have to put a green. To do that, I'm going to say material dot pen color, then into quotation hashtag 03 EF62. This is actually the code for colors, you see, like every color has its own code. So this is what I'm putting here so that it can determine what color I'm trying to use. All right, so our color is ready. Now I have to tell him material dot set heading 0. So this means that I want my material to start as 0 axis, y axis. I'm saying set heading 0. All right, then now I have to lift up our pen so that we can have this space between, so the area and the main line. We need a space between them. So to do that, I have to lift up my pen and then move forward. So I would say my material, I would say material dot pen up, then material dot forward, just say 15. Then I have to pull it down, material dot pen down. All right, now it is ready. All right, then I'll say material to draw the first line, the horizontal line, material dot forward. So this time I don't need to put any angle, and then I would say 45. All right, let's see. Control S to save, and then F5 to run. You see, pretty cool, right? All right, now let's move on. Now I have to define the angle. I will say my 0.right and then 120, then close. And I'll say my 0.forward. Just 20 and then close. Okay, let's save and run. I think this is too short. I have to change the length or the distance. Instead of 20, I'm going to say 45 and then save and run. Voila. See, pretty cool, right? So we are almost done with the Root Academy logo. All right, then let's continue. Let's now draw these lines inside of A. So first of all, we have to move our tutorial so that it can draw where we want it to draw. All right, first of all, we have to lift up our pen and then move it. Get my tutorial dot pen up. Then my tutorial dot go to. The coordinates are -15 and 40. All right, then let's put the pen down. 0.10 down. All right, let's reset our X and Y axis. It is very important to do that because we don't want to have any problem when defining the angle or the distance. Okay, let's say 0, set heading 0. Then my 0 dot forward to draw one straight line. It will be 20 as the distance. Okay, we can save it and run it. Voila, you see, so almost done. Pretty cool, right? You can see how easy it is. So you can try to experiment and then come up with your own idea or your own logo or anything that you want to draw. All right, now let's draw the other line, the last one. To do that, we have first of all to move our pen once more. I'm going to say my tutorial dot pen up. Then my tutorial dot go to. The coordinates are -20 and then 30. And close. Then put our pen down. Let's reset the Y and X axis. And then draw our line. Step forwards. 30. Save and run. Voila, you've made it. Our logo is ready. Our Root Academy logo. See how it was simple to make our Root Academy logo. So now what we are going to do is we are going to hide the tutorial because we don't want to see it. All right, to do that, we're going to say my tutorial dot hide tutorial. Then save, then F5 to run. And voila, you have made it. We were able to draw the Root Academy logo using Python, especially the library tutorial. So there are a lot of things to learn about Terra. I'm going to show you the website where you can find a lot of information about how to draw lines, how to draw multiple shapes using Terra. Go to Google. So this is where you can find the library of Terra, the things that we've used. As you can see, we have height, Terra here. We have shape, we used them, you see, the background color, and many other functionalities of Terra. So you have just to go to the Python, or you can just go to Google. Let me go back. You can Google it, say Python Terra library. Then you just click on it, and then you can get the documentation. You can see the shapes that you can draw with Terra. There are a lot of methods that you can use to draw shapes, different shapes that you are looking for. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this crash course on how to design the Root Academy logo. If you want to learn more about programming languages, go straight to www.rootacademy.com, where you can find courses that will teach you a lot of different programming languages. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was very useful and you learned a lot. Thank you so much and see you.